Welcome back, everybody. Episode 9 of Load Management. It is the day before NBA free agency, and we are welcoming on a very special guest today.
What's going on?
My number one up.
The man, Jonny himself. So introduce yourself. Who are your teams that you're claiming in every sport?
Well, like every sport?
Yeah, just name off your teams.
No. Well, Lakers is my main team for ball.
So how's he your op then if you guys cheer for the same NBA team?
Because he's a LeBron fan.
This is already gone to shit.
Okay, but Lakers fan. But you're a Lakers fan in the NBA though.
Yeah.
See, we're friends when it comes to the Lakers, offs when it comes to LeBron. See, it's just that has to be it, man.
But yeah, man, we got a stacked show today. We got trades, the NBA draft, free agency previews. We got everything, but we have to start with this. We're a little late, but Morant, 25 games, the suspension has been announced. So I want to start with you, Jonny. Too harsh, too lenient? How do you feel? What?
Yeah.
What?
Nah, the word too harsh was just too funny, bro.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought the suspension was gonna be longer. I thought they went too easy on him, but I feel like you'd disagree.
No, I agree. I thought it was too easy. Why do you think I left that too harsh?
Oh, I'm just asking.
Bro, that is a baby suspension, bro. He's going to be coming back doing the same theatrics. Hopefully he learns his lesson. But yay, I know you love the gritty.
And doesn't he also have to meet a lot of other to meet some conditions, so he'd have to be reinstated?
I swear it's not.
Okay, I might be wrong then. But yeah, Morant. So now the Grizzlies are gonna have to start their first 25 games without Morant, and also they're bringing someone else in. We'll get to that trade later. But how confident do you feel in the Grizzlies? No Morant.
You wanna?
Yeah, I'll go. Now it's what's it called? They've done it before. It's just, bro. We'll get into the trade after, but I feel like they'll be just fine. They'll be a team that's just gonna be like middle of the pack to like play in type of thing before he gets there.
Where do you see them in the standings when Jaw's back?
Fifth?
Yeah. Jonny?
Yeah, I'd say around 5th or 6th. But yeah, we'll talk about the trade later. But I just feel like the moves they made don't make sense when you're missing Morant
That's
for
what I'm
25
saying.
games,
Exactly.
especially previously how good they have been without Ja. And now they're changing the formula when he's going to be gone for 25 games. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they start the season. They're going to have a huge start from Triple J or from obviously the new guy. We'll get to that, though. So now let's move on.
Oh, and also, it's just the 25 games.
Just 25
Nothing
games.
else.
Okay.
See,
Right.
that's just baby. That's just too easy, bro. Honestly, bro, if he didn't learn his lesson, I'm a big Morant fan saying this too. I thought it was going to be 40 plus games.
I thought it'd be 41, just half the season.
Bro, imagine if this was David Stern. It would be the whole season. We would not see Morant.
But how many did Gil get?
I think he got like 30-something, 25.
I swear he got like 40, bro. It was like half the season.
Cole,
no
can you
idea.
search up?
I can check it right now, but I'm pretty what's it called? They went too easy for Morant, bro. It's like I want him to get a harder suspension just for him to learn his lesson because I know his potential could be so much greater. Go ahead.
No,
1
they,
year?
They just don't care.
Yeah, 1 year. I said it was long, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But go ahead.
No, it was just like when he was seeking counseling in Florida
For 5 days.
5 days. Yeah, he was gone for like
Yeah.
half a week or something, and he just changed man. And obviously, he comes back and does the same dumb
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, and did you see like what their team was trying to make it say? It was like a toy gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just BS.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
it doesn't even matter if it was a toy gun. It's just like
It's still the
principles behind it. I guess.
Yeah.
Stupidity.
Yeah.
still
It's
the
just
idea that you're
stupidity.
pushing.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro's
Yeah,
trying to make
yeah.
it into the hood. Like, bro.
Doesn't
All
make
right.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any last thoughts though? Morant, Grizzlies.
Disappointed. Hopefully, can overcome it.
Yeah.
All right, we can move on. Michael Jordan sells the Hornets after 1 decade. He bought them for $180 million, sold them for $3 billion with a B. J. Cole. Yeah, shout out J. Cole.
Still worst owner in history.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Drafted Adam Morrison. He drafted Kwame Brown with the Wizards too.
Oh,
So
Kwame.
he has that. He drafted Kemba though, right?
He drafted Kemba, but
Yeah.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Frank Kaminsky.
Frank Kaminsky, bro. It's
Melo
just
was good though,
Melo's the only good one that's really.
and Miles Bridges before.
Look what happened to him.
Yeah, but yeah,
But he'll be back though this year.
yeah, he'll
So?
be good.
It's not. Yeah, I don't know.
PJ Washington, okay.
That's not even talking about like the free agency moves they made. Like Nick Batum got like a
Gordon
Yeah.
Hayward.
contract.
Gordon
Terry
Hayward.
Rozier.
Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier was not bad though.
Nah.
At the time.
100
At the
something
time.
mil? What was it? 88
Alright.
mil?
But he gave them some. He
It
gave
was-
them like
it was
a
a lot
good
of
year
money.
though.
But he's not 80 mil.
Yeah, that's true.
During that market time, maybe not even today he'd be 80 mil. What the hell am I saying?
No,
Maybe. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but
MJ, great player, not great owner. He got his bag though. You can't knock him there.
who would be a better owner, LeBron or Michael Jordan?
bro,
We're
owner.
gonna see.
Listen,
LeBron's
no,
gonna own a Vegas.
He
team.
will own Vegas,
No,
yep.
listen. Because the reason why I brought that up is Rob Pelinka was cooking. LeBron jumps in, stirs up the pot, asks for Russ, right?
That brings your man to
That's
the
my
team
dog.
and blows up the
No,
team.
no. You blame LeBron James because it wasn't a right fit.
No, you
Fact.
are. Yes, actually, yes, I agree with that. Yes, I agree.
Because listen. The thing is, the greatest players of all time might be the worst GMs, bro. The GM is overrated.
Jerry West is good though.
Yeah, Jerry Rice. But I'm talking about like the greatest players of
Yeah.
all time, bro. As LeBron.
Magic
and,
Johnson was like.
LeBron. No, I'm just saying
Magic
LeBron
Johnson
and
was not good.
he wasn't that good.
I mean, he
drafted Lonzo over De'Aaron Fox.
He did, but he also drafted Ingram. He drafted D'Lo. He drafted Randall,
Where the hell did they go? No, D'Lo. No, that's overrated as.
and he signed
pick.
LeBron.
Because we could have. You know who's the next pick after D'Lo?
Mm.
Wasn't it like no? It was Jahlil Okafor. It was that draft. I was
Jalil was first that draft because he was supposed
No.
to be. No, was he not?
Ben Simmons.
Wait, 2016? Yeah, Ben
2015,
Simmons.
Cat.
Yeah,
Cat. D'Lo.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was Cat, D'Lo, then Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then where was Wiggins?
Wiggins was
2014.
2015.
It was
14. Yeah.
Wiggins, Jabari Parker, and Embiid.
Jokic second round.
Yeah, the better pick, the best pick.
Exactly.
Bro, listen, I'm never doing that debate with Bro, all these Embiid fans, they're down bad.
Yeah, and we'll get to Philly in a little bit. Though.
bet.
But let's move on. Last thing before the big trades, Lou Williams, one of the best six men ever, calls it a career. He retires. What's your favorite Lou Will team? Because he's been on a lot.
Raptors.
Yeah, Raptors for me.
Raptors.
That was a fond memory for me when I was younger, watching him come off the bench, win six man of the year.
For the memes, Clippers, Lemon Pepper Lou.
I love Clippers, Lou.
Clippers Lou was
Clippers was
incredible
nice.
too,
Yeah.
man.
No, but
Yeah.
Lemon Pepper Lou, that meme, bro went to the strip club for some
And during the bubble,
in the bubble.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
because he said he had a family issue.
Yeah, bro. What a W Lou Williams, bro.
Yeah, unstoppable in 2K2, and everyone knows that.
Mhm,
One of the most deadly crossovers. But yeah, you know, a legend. Everyone knows Lou Will. Everyone loves Lou Will. And now, the big
Chill,
stories. The first big trade of the offseason. Chris Paul and Landry Shamet are traded to Washington for Bradley Beal, meaning the Suns now have a core of Booker, KD, Beal, and West Side players. Just
So what I'm hearing, bro, that trade itself is what I'm hearing is Rudy Gobert is more valuable than Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that trade
And
just messed up the whole market.
It messed up the whole market.
Yeah, that was
But
terrible.
what's your guys' thoughts on the Bradley Beal trade?
Listen, because look, you trade out Chris Paul, who's your main ball distributor.
Mhm.
Kevin Durant, Booker, and Beal are all shoot first. Who's passing these balls?
Hey, yo.
Yeah, don't make. Who's distributing the basketball? Screw you. Don't make it. Who's the distributor though?
Okay,
Now?
listen.
Who's the floor
You
general?
could go, Johnny.
Yeah, well, like I agree. Like they need a playmaker, and like the idea is they want Booker to handle the ball more, which is fine, but his playmaking ability just isn't there. And like this, like it's not gonna work with no depth. Like a team needs, like we've seen for the past like 4 seasons, that you need 2 stars at least, and then depth, just role players, and they have no one.
Nope.
So hopefully, like the idea is that you can flip Ayton for like 3 NBA level role players.
Who's gonna trade for Ayton though now? That's an
I know, but
untradeable
some-
contract.
The
now.
thing with Ayton is some teams see him as valuable and some teams see him as
You know
terrible.
what they could have done? Traded both Chris Paul and Ayton for valuable starters.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but the Wizards didn't have that much to give.
Yeah.
So I feel like the best trade would be like the Clippers have they almost have too much depth.
Yeah.
Except they're starting to shed some salaries, like Eric Gordon just got dropped.
Yep.
So, but they still have like I would say Zubats, and then like Rocco's over there. Like you could pick
Bones
up.
Island.
Yeah, you could pick up some valuable role players off the Clippers, and I actually think they
Robert Covington.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Norm. Did you say Norm?
Norman Powell,
exactly,
Nick
Norm.
Batum.
Yeah.
Marcus Morris has a little bit of value still.
And
He's a bum.
I think they're also looking to shop Paul George.
We'll get to that after.
Yeah, we'll get. Yeah, that's true. But
yeah,
I want to talk about
continue about the Suns though.
Well, no, like I don't know. They need depth. I don't think this team can get anywhere. Especially like it's the same problem the Clippers had before they picked up Westbrook last year. They were just missing that playmaker that can just get the ball in the right hands at the right time.
Was tough, right?
He filled the need for them. Yeah, he filled the need for them.
I got something, but let me talk about the Suns real quick, okay? That ain't gonna do shit for you guys, buddy. How do we tell you, Bradley Beal? Listen, this is the first time that he's going to be on a contender team. Mm-hmm. Because when he was with John Wall in Washington, they were second round, maybe a conference team. They weren't going anywhere far.
No.
So this is a real test on Bradley Beal. So it's kind of a project to see what he's going to add into the team. Second of all, you got no depth. Have you guys not learned from Dan last year that your team might get injured? You guys maybe might get injured. And knowing Kevin Durant and Booker with his hamstring problems, your team might get injured.
And Bradley Beal, no trade clause too. So what if he rolls his ankle? Then you're paying $60 million.
And let me tell you something. The last 2 seasons, he's been an injury-prone type of player.
He's missed 1/3 of each of his last 2 seasons.
And Ayton is an injury-prone type of player. They're all injury-prone. It's like
even Kevin Durant got injured in warm-ups.
That's what I'm saying. Like, have they not learned their lesson on you guys need depth? You guys don't need these big-name players all the time. That's how you be winning championships. That's how the Nuggets won this year. That's how the Warriors won. It's because they have depth. You need depth in this league.
And I think Matt Ishbia is just being too aggressive to start his tenure as the owner.
And now they want Kyrie Irving.
He hasn't even been the owner for half a year.
I know.
And in half a year, he's traded for KD. He trades away Bridges, Johnson, and a boatload of... Phoenix doesn't own a draft pick until 2031.
Yep.
And now what happens? Bradley Beal gets hurt. Something happens. Not only is your team going to be ass, but you don't have... picks,
and you can't trade him,
and you can't trade Bradley Beal. Yeah. You're going to be paying him $60 million. This guy Matt Ishbia, and he also replaced Monty Williams with Frank Vogel. I'm not a fan of that personally.
Yeah. Johnny knows how I feel about Vogel, but he's actually might be a good fit for them because they lack defense.
Yeah, but better than Monty, probably not.
No. I do think Monty's overrated, but the thing is that they're going to get automatic offense no matter what. But the issue is on defense, which Vogel might have.
He does it. He isn't a defensive-minded coach. But with when he doesn't have defensive pieces, then it's a problem because the last year with the Lakers was terrible because he didn't have any
Because LeBron can't defend.
Not in the regular season. No, he can't defend.
Yeah, but Russell's defensive player of the year, man. How do we tell you guys?
Yeah, man. So where do you realistically see the Suns, say, perfect season, they all miss less than 10 games? Where could you see them ranking? Because I think that for this team to win, they need the core three to combine for 80 at least each game.
Depends on what they finish off in free agency. What I'm seeing right now and how they can only sign minimum players really, and they have maybe one bird right or something like that, because they're talking about they're getting a meeting with Kyrie Irving.
That's not happening.
It doesn't I don't think they actually have money to give him. That's what I don't understand.
That's right. No, and Kyrie Irving says he wants to find because Kyrie Irving, it might be the biggest cap star on the planet. He said he wants to find a place that he wants to be his last team.
Yeah. Same with Cleveland. Same with Boston.
Yeah.
Same with Brooklyn.
Yeah, he said that before the home opener.
No, but Brooklyn, that was just a shit show. But they're getting a meeting with Kyrie Irving. But depending on really, what do you guys think if Kyrie Irving somehow get Kyrie Irving and then a bunch of minimum players and they have those 4 players? What do you guys think for them?
Well, do you want to take?
I mean, that'd be a insane starting lineup, but they can't play 48 minutes. They're going to get tired. Guys are going to roll their ankle. They're going to jam their finger. They're going to get a cramp. Something's going to happen. Someone's going to go out, and then you're left with maybe 2 or 3 of your stars, and you have to play the rest of your bench, or you don't have money to pay anyone good for. So you got fucking LA Fitness dudes playing on your team, bro.
Okay, so without Kyrie Irving, where do they are? I say first round exit max. They're a first round.
First round,
I think they're better than that.
No.
I think for sure they can make a second round, but they really need to be firing on all cylinders.
But do you guys see how stronger the West is getting?
No,
because
I agree.
The Mavs are coming back if they get Kyrie back in the rotation, and they had a great draft. They had a great draft. And then you got OKC, a young team on the rise. You still got the Lakers. You still got the Clippers. You still got the Memphis Grizzlies when John Morant comes back. Warriors are always going to be there. So what are you guys talking about? They might go further than the first round. They're first round max if they have these three players and a bunch of minimum.
You still can't discount KD, Booker.
Especially the fit. Because the reason the Lakers didn't work is the 3 stars couldn't shoot. Not one of them. Yeah. These guys can all stretch the floor, so offensively they can make it work. Defensively, there's problems. But in Brooklyn, like we saw in Brooklyn, like they weren't a championship team, but they had enough offense that could take them to like a conference finals.
No, but that 3 team, they actually had decent role players. This team has trash role
Brooklyn
players.
did have. They had Bruce Brown. They had Blake Griffin.
Claxton turned it
Aldridge, Claxton.
Bro,
Patty Mills.
They got Seth Curry.
Well,
they got him after.
But Patty Mills though.
Patty Mills, they had bro, I'm trying to remember that team again. They had players who turned up. I know that Blake Griffin was a great contributor on the defensive end. They could play small with him.
Aldridge.
He
wasn't terrible.
He was terrible.
No, Aldridge was all right for them.
He was terrible.
He was on
terrible too hard. Terrible too
halfway in the
harsh.
season, he had to retire.
He had because of heart problems. Like he was playing fine.
Like he was playing good before that.
He had defensive issues.
They benched Paul Millsap. I remember that. But yeah, no. Oh! I forgot Jeff Green.
Yep, Jeff Green.
He was nice for that.
Uncle Jeff,
bro.
Yeah.
But listen, guys, I'm telling you this right now. If they have these, okay, let's say they don't trade Aiden. They have these 4 players and a bunch of, because they can only get minimum players now.
You gotta think about what vet minimums they're bringing in. Because if you think about it, like yes, they need actual NBA talent, but if you're a free agent and the money dried up in the market and you're looking for a place to sign, where are you gonna go? You're gonna go to Phoenix. You know why? Because they have no real NBA level players. So you're gonna have the biggest role there, and you're gonna potentially make the most money going into next season if you have a real role.
That's a good point.
So we have to wait and see.
We have to wait and
how
see.
They look.
But
at the end of
if they can, but also the like actual starters in this league, like you see it. Like all these starters are at least getting like 10 mil. They're getting 10 to 5 mil at least. And unless you get an absolute steal out of nowhere, you're not getting an actual starter player for these guys. That's what I'm saying.
And also, I also want to touch on something too. Kevin Durant, this is his 3rd super team in 5 years.
Yeah, it's bad.
3rd super team in freaking 5 years. Yeah. Warriors, Nets, and now this. If he doesn't win a ring for the rest of his career, his 2 rings don't count then.
Been saying that.
Yeah, they already don't count. But if he's legit cannot get one without Steph Curry and the Warriors, I don't want to hear his name then, bro. He's
a
obviously
top 5 talent of all time.
Exactly.
It's just
2-time Finals MVP. But it's easy when you're playing with the Monstars.
How are you gonna say that doesn't count if he's a Finals?
Because you're playing with the Monstars.
Because how much has he won without them?
He did join.
How many Finals MVPs does he have without them?
When was the last? When did he go to a conference finals?
Same thing, bro.
For who?
Booker in 5 years, we're gonna be saying the same thing.
About what?
But he stayed at home.
He stayed loyal.
Yes, Devin Booker
the thing about Kevin Durant is he had to go. Okay, it's not the fact.
Ship 4 times.
It's not the fact that he left OKC and Russ. It's the fact that he went to a team that beat him.
And he choked Game 6 and 7 against them.
Thank you.
He choked Game 6 and 7.
Russ choked too.
They both choked.
No.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line.
In Game 6, if you watch it again, I said this so much times. The biggest plays was coming from Kevin Durant. All Russ was doing was playmaking and distributing and giving it to your star players, and he couldn't deliver.
Because you know who you give the ball to down the stretch?
Kevin Durant.
Your best player. Yeah.
And the reason
you live or die with your best player.
No, you die with your best player. You always die with your best player.
You do.
I'm not arguing he wasn't the best player.
Okay.
I'm arguing is the fact that he's the one that sold the most because he's the one that took the important shots.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it just hurts him, man. This is your 3rd super team in not even half a decade, bro. And no finals appearances. No even conference finals appearances.
Not even conference, yeah.
It is crazy to think about his foot being defining his legacy.
It was defining a legacy. And right now, if that didn't happen, we'd be crucifying Giannis.
Yeah.
Take that in right now.
Yeah.
We'd be crucifying Giannis.
That's just how it works.
That's how life
That's how it works.
That's how life works. KD wouldn't get his first. Or sorry, take it. No, I want you guys to actually take that in. KD would get his first ring without the Golden State Warriors. Kyrie would have gotten a first ring without LeBron, and James Harden would have gotten his first ring.
And Blake Griffin.
And
Steve Nash.
And Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash probably wouldn't. He probably wouldn't have been fired. Yeah. But
He'd have a ring then. He would have held the Larry O'Brien.
Oh yeah, he does.
Because he never won it as a player.
Yeah, because Kobe owns that generation.
And also Aldridge would have a ring.
What? Kobe and Duncan runs that generation.
Patty Mills would have 2 rings.
Yeah, that's true actually. He won.
But yeah, all right. Phoenix, I just think it's too aggressive. Aren't they going to get screwed by the new CBA now? I don't know too much about it.
He knows a lot about it.
So all right, Johnny, explain it to us.
Basically, so the league added they added a second hard cap. So there's always been like a cap like where you go over the luxury tax. But now if you go over a certain threshold, I don't know what it is, probably like 180 mil or something. You're not allowed to use your like mid-level exception anymore. So that basically restricts you to purely vet minimums. And I think they already are restricted purely to vet minimums. So they can't even sign a player for like 7 mil. Like for example, like Lakers signed Lonnie Walker last year. Golden State signed Dante DiVincenzo. So like they're like that just like restricts them even more. Like they're even more handcuffed now that they can only just sign vet minimums. Damn. So they're like they really need to like pray for a couple gems in free agency.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've tried to read about it so many times and it's
too much.
It's like I'm reading a different language.
Yeah. The cap is confusing for sure.
It's very weird, but it's just basically you can't have a bunch of like 100 mil contracts in your starting lineup, right?
Yeah. No, exactly.
Okay.
Well, it's just So
who does it like? Which teams is it screwing?
Clippers are definitely Warriors.
For sure. So that's why. So Clippers just waived Eric Gordon.
Yep.
And they saved, I think it was $110 million. He was on a $20 million contract, and they saved $110 million.
And Warriors are definitely way over too.
I don't think so anymore, right?
No, so that's why they got rid of Jordan. We'll get into that, but that is one of the big reasons.
Actually, that's the next trade. So
wait, but sorry to
No, you're good. You're good. No. Sorry.
I was just gonna ask. So what is like? No, actually, you introduce it. I'm gonna talk about it.
Okay, so Chris Paul was traded from Phoenix to Washington, but he wasn't done. The Warriors trade Jordan Poole, a first rounder, and a second rounder for Chris Paul.
That's a dumb trade.
This is the first trade the Warriors have made since the departure of Bob Myers,
and it's questionable.
God, I'm having so much trouble trying to understand what the thought process is here. Because
I'm assuming because Curry has his ankle problems to be a backup.
But Curry still.
You can't make moves. This is the whole Westbrook move. It was no seriously. It was LeBron and AD can't stay healthy. We're gonna get a third star to run the ship while they're out, and it lowers your ceiling. It raises your floor, even though it didn't. It was supposed to raise the floor. But it just ends up lowering your ceiling. Like you can't build a team based on like your star player getting injured.
And also, if they keep Draymond, the lineup is gonna be Chris Paul at the 1.
No. I don't think so. He's going to the bench.
So Curry at the 1, Clay at the 2, Wiggins 3, Green. Who's the center?
They'll find someone maybe in free. Dwight Powell.
But the center market is like low.
It's low.
They're a tiny team, Zach. Yeah. They're a teeny. They play Denver. Everyone's 6'7". Denver's out rebounding them by 30. They play the Lakers. Lakers are out rebounding them by 30. These guys they're gonna get absolutely whooped on the glass. That's why
I know, but it's not also a guarantee that Draymond's staying. Did you hear?
That's what I'm saying too. They're gonna be smaller.
It doesn't make sense.
Did you hear that like Draymond might go to Portland with Dame and get DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah. I heard DeMar.
Yeah, I heard that rumor.
Is he a free agent?
No, they're trying to because they're gonna try to trade a couple young pieces, and then it'll be Dame, DeMar, Draymond.
That doesn't
make sense.
It doesn't make sense either. Just blow it up.
I want to go to. We can talk about Portland later, but let's stay here.
Okay, but I wanted to. This is what I wanted to ask before this. But it tied in perfectly. Mm-hmm. So with the Draymond contract, isn't it gonna affect their the CBA rule again because you're gonna get Curry, Clay, Draymond, and Chris Paul's contract?
Well, for this year, yes, but like they wanted to shed Jordan because Chris
Pool's
Paul's done.
contract kicked in this next upcoming season.
Yeah, so Chris Paul, like, it was just, I think it was, like, the fit doesn't make sense to
Yeah.
me, so I'm just going to assume it was a financial decision.
Yeah.
Because Poole was on 5 years.
You think they could
5 years or
possibly
something.
trade him still?
Chris Paul?
They can't trade. They could trade him again.
I don't know how, actually don't
Or
know
cut him.
how the rules work with just being able to trade players within a certain time span.
Yeah.
But Chris Paul's on a $30 million deal, and only $15 million of it's guaranteed, so they can theoretically cut him and save $15 million this year.
Oh.
But then they just picked up 15 mil, and I think they want to
Yeah.
be competitive this year, so they're gonna want to keep him. But the fit,
It doesn't make sense.
no, because like I was hating on Golden State before they played the Lakers a lot,
Yep.
big time. I was like, they're too little, like mouse in the house. It's gonna be too easy. But their offense is just, it's amazing, like the flow and how fast they move. But they're always pushing the pace, like
Yep.
always. They're all,
Steph Curry, best off-ball mover of all time.
Of all time, like all 5 players on the court are constantly moving. There's screens everywhere. Like
Yep.
it is an amazing offense. And then you bring Chris Paul, who is like, he's LeBron. He's like LeBron, how methodical he is with the game.
One of the highest IQs of all time.
But he plays at an extremely slow pace. You
Yeah.
cannot have Chris Paul running around. Like he's too old for that.
I
So
don't-
it just doesn't make sense. to me.
Yeah, and I also don't understand it from the point where Steph Curry's, he's how old is he? 33?
About to be like 34, I think.
He's already aging. He's closer to 35 than he is 30. You get Chris Paul, he's closer to 40 than he is 35. I don't understand. I don't fundamentally
No,
understand.
the thing about Curry, it's like his game doesn't revolve. I don't think a game revolves about him aging, bro. I think he's just gonna be great I still think he could be great for the next 5 to 7 years.
He could, but what's Chris Paul's probably going to retire within the next 2 years.
The only thing that might affect Curry's game is his stamina to keep on running all around the court. That's
Yeah, well,
about
and
it.
If
if
he
he
continue-
loses his legs,
yeah.
yeah.
Because that guy's stamina, it's the best.
That's
It might be the
crazy.
best in the game.
Yeah.
His stamina, bro, 24 seconds. De'Aaron Fox was gassed guarding him for 24 seconds.
Dellavedova had to do the full body ice
That's
bath.
what I'm saying, bro. Like, that's the thing about Curry. I feel like his game doesn't revolve around him. Like, it doesn't matter if his aging, him aging, right? But, what was I going to say? It's like the only thing that might affect it is him being able to run around that court for 24 seconds every play.
Well, for this season at least, we're definitely gonna see Curry off the ball a lot more, and we're gonna see a lot more just pick and rolls.
Also, do you think if Draymond leaves, that could heavily affect the fluidity of the offense? Because
Yeah,
he's a huge
you,
part.
You need him.
need Draymond.
You actually need him. And I think maybe them getting Poole out of there was maybe to entice Draymond to stay.
Yeah,
I want to say.
that's what I'm
I feel like
thinking
that's
too.
another.
I think, that
aspect of
relationship was, you could tell during the season, that relationship was
Did
just
you
skewed.
hear what Poole said in the practice? Did you guys hear that audio?
Didn't
No.
he say
Bro.
triple single?
No, not only.
Oh,
I
yeah,
heard
yeah, I saw
I heard
that,
the
yeah.
full conversation. I can't fully remember it. Maybe we could play it on while after. But he was talking about like something about like them going to mission together and him effing his like girl. That I don't know. It was like mess. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think that's a misquote. But he said some mess things. He's like, yo, I forgot.
During practice?
Whatever. During practice. We talk about practice, man.
Oh my
But-
God.
No, sorry. I don't think that girl part is true, but it's like it mentioned a girl and it meant whatever.
But yeah, it was personal
It
something.
was personal.
And okay, I want to make a take right here. It might come to bite me in the ass, but I think Jordan Poole's gonna have a big bounce back season
I
in
agree.
Washington.
I actually agree.
You might be an all-star.
No, you know why? He's getting all the damn shots down.
Yeah.
I think because last year wasn't a fluke. He played insane minutes. What was second year in the league? In the finals, in the conference finals. Warriors don't win the championship without him in 2022.
That's why I'm just so surprised they moved off him so quickly. He's so young, and he had a great run all the way to the finals.
they just
like, it was
wanted, they just wanted to stick with the vets.
Yeah, I don't understand.
And now, all right. I want to talk about Washington, but we can do that fully when we talk about this next trade now. So at first, it was supposed to be Boston, Wizards, and the Clippers, but there was a failed physical on the Clippers side. So then that trade ultimately fell through. And then the official trade that we got, Porzingis and 2 first-round picks from Memphis go to Boston. Marcus Smart goes to the Grizzlies. And then Tyus Jones, Mike Muscala, and Danilo Gallinari go to Washington. So now I want you guys to give each of these three teams a grade for this trade.
Okay. Washington, they get a B minus. Celtics get an A minus. Or not A, just an A. And I'm gonna give Memphis a C plus.
Yeah, I like C plus for Memphis. Who'd Washington get? Just Tyus?
Washington got Tyus, Mike Muscala, and Danilo Gallinari.
And a pick?
I feel like Gallinari might get cut. As far as Tyus Jones, like that's a good piece you can flip in the middle of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's
he's not a scrub. He's a great player.
Yeah,
huge minutes for Memphis.
Best backup point guard.
Best backup point guard in the league, bro.
Yeah.
That real talk.
Yeah. So that's I don't know. Like if you're just shedding, like you had to blow it up if you're Washington. So I'd go B, and then I think Celtics did a great job. Like A or A plus.
No, with the first trade, that was an A plus.
That would have been an absolute.
Bro, you just give up Brogdon.
No, but here's the thing.
You think Brogdon would be better running a point?
Yeah, compared to because you need that facilitator. That's why you brought Brogdon in the first place. And I don't Marcus Smart, like he can play make a little bit, but like he's not like Brogdon level playmaking. Like you want like a real point guard. Like if Celtics got Tyus Jones, that would have been insane. Like that's the kind of guard they need.
I agree with the Marcus Smart part because Marcus Smart. Okay, listen, I half and half agree with this. This is why I half and half like Marcus Smart. His defense is just too good.
Yeah,
it's
Defense Player of the Year last year.
Defensive Player of the Year last year. His 3-pointer is actually nice now. The thing about
he's
Smart,
so clutch too.
No. The thing
doesn't
about
get
Smart,
spoken of for that.
no. I think that's a little overstated because the thing about Smart, what pisses me off, he thinks he's the main character.
Yeah, they go to him at the end of games way too much.
That's
sometimes.
what I'm.
But
He
remember
thinks he's the main character.
he hit the tire against Boston, and then against Philly, he hit the game winner.
Boston?
No, against the New York.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then he hit the game winner against Philly, but Jason Tatum took too long to start the offense, and it was
But he
late.
missed the first one.
But he still hit the last one though. That would have counted if Jason Tatum.
It didn't matter though.
But he's clutch though.
Nah.
He makes huge
He
huge
thinks
charges.
he's the main character.
No, but I think part of it is like Mazzulla just like he just draws plays up for like they're like okay they're gonna expect the ball to JB and JT. Like, I'm going to give it to Derek White or Marcus Smart to close out the game. He does that too much.
No matter what, I'm relying on my star players. Didn't Smart miss the game 6-1 against the Heat and he gave it, and then Derek White had to say,
Oh, yeah, But I agree with you, but a lot of these are just like drawn up plays by the coach.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
I know, but
here?
he thinks he's the main character, guys. I'm telling you, there's like, I'd be watching Boston games and I'd be seeing like, bro, Jason Tatum is wide the frick open. And then I see, what's it called? Damn, Marcus Smart thinking he can ISO and then hits and then misses it, bro. Listen, like he thinks he's a main character in the what game was it? I don't remember that. Jason Tatum, game 2 against the Heat was it? Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown got the ball like 0 times or something like that, or they took 0 shots. If Marcus Smart, it was smart, but it was stupid getting rid of him. I'll say that.
I think for the Grizzlies, though, in terms of upgrading from Dylan Brooks to Marcus Smart, I think that's a giant upgrade. If you ask me, that's a huge up. But, bro, giving up 2 first-round picks is kind of heat.
Yeah.
That's a little heat.
It's a lot. But, like, a vet in the locker room is good.
But no, man, Boston, they've been whooping Embiid's ass, and all they've had is Horford. They have Horford and Kristaps now. What? I think Boston's going to run the East next year. I think I'm buying all the Boston stock I can right now.
I'm waiting till Milwaukee makes their move.
I'm not confident in Milwaukee. I think Boston's gonna be red hot this year.
No, because like
I think Tatum might have an MVP season.
I have a prediction for the Bucks. Okay, the prediction for the Bucks is eventually in July, Dame will request a trade. Then when he requests that
Dame
trade,
to the Bucks.
Yeah, but when
he requests that trade, when he requests that trade, you're gonna do a sign and trade for Middleton and a bunch of other players.
Yeah, but why do the Blazers want Middleton?
He's a good player.
Yeah, but he's not. But you
no, but a bunch of picks because Milwaukee have a bunch of picks.
I know, but
the
the thing about like it'd have to be a 3-team trade basically because the thing about Middleton, like he wants a long-term deal. He just declined $40 million or something crazy.
Yeah,
so he's looking for a long-term deal. So like if he was on an expiring contract, Blazers take him in. They say, okay, yeah, we'll take the salary for a year. But now it's like, do Blazers want Middleton for 4 years in a rebuild?
Or what if they like keep Middleton and they sign or they trade away Drew Holiday?
I don't know how much Drew makes, but
I don't
I'm
know.
not for that
That
either.
CBA rule.
But Zach, I don't know. I just think
Yeah.
think there's no. I think the East is running through
We'll
TD
see.
Garden
We
next
have
year.
to see what's
especially
happening.
especially because like Marcus Smart was the heart of the team.
Yeah.
He was,
Mhm.
and fans are like, oh, we're losing defense, blah blah blah.
Kristaps now is a huge
Porzingis
presence.
is
That's
one
a
of
huge
the
presence, but the thing
best
about
rim
Boston,
protectors in the league.
the thing about Boston, I'm always never confident right now in Tatum. I just haven't been.
He's inconsistent, absolutely, but I think he can take the leap now that he has the big guy. He can start running the pick and roll nicely, bro. I think he can take the leap.
Regular season, I might have to agree with you. They'll be number one.
I think in the playoffs
But
he
it
can
was
take the lead.
yeah,
We'll
and
see,
it's also been like 2 rookie coaches for them in a row. Like they
Yeah.
just I know it's been the same core together for so long, but it's just like a part of this was on
I don't
Joe
know, and
too.
and I have zero faith in Missoula. I actually do.
No, I think he's a great coach. I just think he
Udoka's
broke down
better.
a little bit, but like
No, but
especially
Udoka
because
better.
He just got. I was just Spoelstra just outclassed him. That's all it
And
was.
Udoka
Spo's an amazing
better.
coach.
That's why
Udoka is better. I agree,
Probably, yeah. But it was also
what can you do now?
yeah, it was also
That's
his
true.
first year. Like I would take Missoula over Darvin Ham any day of the week. Any day of the week.
I would too.
Peanut Head.
Yeah.
I love when you call him
You
peanut
don't
head.
understand. Like Darvin Ham caused so many bad
No,
nights for
you
me and
actually
Hadji.
don't understand. Me and Jonny, bro. Last year I vouched for him so hard, and high key, like
Western
when he got
Conference
his pieces, he didn't even do that bad of a job.
No, it was all right. Yeah.
But
Give him a
it's just
chance
like-
for training
No,
camp.
no, but you don't
No,
understand.
yeah, I agree.
You don't understand. Like the way we were screaming at him, it's the fact that he is a hard-headed guy. I believe his adjustments is stupid.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you see us in the playoffs on when after game 1 when Rui and Dennis did an amazing job and D'Lo was playing terrible and you needed to bench Vando, right? It took him until we were down 3-0 for him to make that adjustment.
Yeah, it was brutal. Like it was, and you never tested, like you never thought of playing like a center and putting AD at the 4 just so AD could play off ball at Jokic. Like we threw Rui at him, which was like it was actually pretty good.
It's just
But, like,
still
Rui's-
Jokic is the best.
Yeah, but like you should put on, like you should see if Mo Bamba or Tristan Thompson can stay in front of Jokic.
You guys just waved Bomba too.
I know we did. I don't know how to feel. I have mixed feelings
All right,
about
wait.
it.
Let's go back to the topic of the
Yeah.
Celtics.
But yeah, Celtics. I'm buying all the Celtics stock I can. I
I'm
think
not.
they're running the East.
Not
60
yet.
If
wins.
Porzingis is healthy, like he's a shooting rim protector. That's so rare.
Alright,
No,
Zach,
that's tough.
protect.
Listen. I will believe in the Celtics until I fully see all the moves are made.
Okay, listen.
I don't believe in them yet.
I'm gonna make a prediction right now. Celtics, 60 win team.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I like it.
not crazy.
60 win team.
That's not crazy. They've been hitting like 50, mid 50s the past few. Yeah, it's not crazy.
I think something's got to give. Like they're gonna make it this time. Like Bucks might lose Brook Lopez this
Yep,
offseason.
I think Lopez might be a Warrior.
Or a Laker.
Yeah,
Nah,
or a Laker. Yeah,
He's not going to the Lakers.
I could see it. We
You
have
can see it. We have
because
money,
we just cleared up cap now.
Yeah.
So we just got rid of Malik Beasley and Mo Bamba. So I cleared like 26
You
mil.
don't know what's crazy though? Nuggets in 5.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm gonna take my paintball shots. Still.
Okay, but yeah. Any last thoughts on this trade? Boston's up big in my opinion.
Yeah, huge trade for them.
No, A plus trade, whatever.
And 2 first-round picks. Too.
It's huge, but I have to wait.
All right,
What
fine.
can go wrong will go
All right,
wrong. Okay.
all right.
Yeah, I don't like the trade for Memphis at all.
But
Yeah,
now,
it's upgrade, but I don't like.
Well, just
the
getting,
value
getting,
of
getting
Marcus
rid
Smart
of, getting rid of Tyus Jones is
was
just
stupid.
baffling.
Mhm.
I don't
Stupid.
know.
And now let's move on. NBA draft. Obviously, no surprise with the first pick, Victor Wembanyama.
Now I'm shocked.
I
How
know.
the hell is he a number 1 overall pick, guys?
Generational.
Guys, like I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was gonna fall like top 5. You guys actually think I'm serious?
No. All right.
It's been decided since last year he's number 1.
Yeah. And then, I think he's going to follow the lineage of Spurs' number 1 overall pick big man. I think he can be like a better, like a good, like a KD.
He could be the GOAT.
Listen, guys.
I don't know if I'm going to run with the GOAT.
Guys.
No, he has the
you're
potential.
buying the stock. You're buying the Wemby
Well,
stock.
like just like I heard like someone say this. So just if you have LeBron and you have Victor Wembanyama, like just as prospects, like I would take Wemby. Like just coming out. Obviously, no. If I knew what I knew,
Yo, a
no.
LeBron fan said this.
No,
crazy.
if I knew what I knew about
That's a
LeBron,
hot take.
obviously you take LeBron. But as a rookie prospect, like I'd think about Wemby, like 7'5" ball handling. Like it's actually
7'5"
nuts.
scares me.
No,
I'm
if,
sorry.
if he doesn't get injured though, because injuries is what can derail his
Injuries
career.
are part of the game.
I know, but like in a perfect world where there's no injuries, then like I'd really think about it.
Bro's too skinny too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Katie's skinny too.
Yeah, but like I can't lie. Whenever these skinny guys come into the league, they're skinny as hell. But then they hit that weight room, it's over.
And
Like-
then sorry.
No, I was just gonna say if you look at like all the 7-foot bigs that like get injuries, like they're just too heavy. Like
Yeah.
AD bulked up and he started getting lower body problems.
Yeah.
Like I think there's almost an advantage of being skinny at that size because it's less hard on all your joints and your
Zion.
Okay,
feet and stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But back to Wemby. Okay, I'm gonna say this for the millionth time. The media is setting this man up to fail.
I agree with you.
They're setting him up.
They
to
said
fail.
the best prospect
of
in
all
team
sports.
sports, better than Gretzky, McDavid, better than
LeBron.
better than
LeBron lived up to the hype though.
He did. Respectfully.
No, he didn't live up. He overshot
As
it.
much as I hate LeBron, I can never take away of how much pressure he had. When was that? 16, 17 years old?
Yeah,
On the cover
chosen one.
on
The
the
chosen
cover
one.
of Sports Illustrated at 15.
Claimed himself as the king. This and that. He recently,
Tatted on his back, chosen one.
and he said, and no, recently, what was the last year, 2 years ago? He said he's the GOAT. So I gotta give it to him. At the end of the day, it's like you can hate all you want on LeBron James. Man is one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
He lived up to the pressure. I think Wemby can. I believe in him. I think Europe is taking over.
Yo, okay, listen. I'm just scared of 7'5". What?
That's fair.
That's
Because
scary.
look what happened to Chet.
Look what happened to Chet. Look what happened to Yao Ming. Look what happened to all these big man
Yup.
generational talents. The thing about Wemby though is he's a shooter.
One
He is a
footage.
and a elite defense.
Did you see the workout video though with
Yeah.
where he like bricked
He
every
broke
shot?
everything. See, yo, the curse is already
It kind
happening.
of looked heat.
yeah, I know.
Because he was just like, they were just like, oh yeah, just take another one. Clank. Oh yeah, just one more. Clank. Oh yeah, just one more.
They
Clank.
cut that vid though. Like I
Yeah.
saw the full one, and he made a couple shots before that.
No, but it's kind of like I'm never buying into that stuff. It's a meme because
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
no, because
No,
I am
yeah, of
also
course.
never buying into that stuff. What was it? 2 years ago, NFL Jamar Chase kept dropping passes.
Yeah, look at him now.
Look at him freaking out.
Yeah,
But
So yeah, Wemby, no surprise. And then number 2, there was a little bit of controversy.
I hated it.
Brandon
Scoot better.
Miller. And did you see the Hornets mascot? When they announced the pick, Hornets were having a watch party in their stadium. The mascot literally went,
They were all
No,
pissed.
no
Yeah,
way.
There's a
They
video
were
of
all
it. Oh
pissed.
god, there's the mascot literally. That mascot has to be
No
fired.
way.
That mascot.
If
No
we
way.
can, we'll play it in the edit right here.
Is this
But-
Michael Jordan's magnum opus right at the end of his tenure as the
Bro,
owner?
I
Yeah,
think Scoot's
just-
a better player, but
I
like
agree.
No, but
Paul,
like
Paul George, like he does have like elite shooting and like Paul George type of tendencies. He said Paul George is his GOAT, and I can see why. I looked at his tape.
I think he's the better fit with LaMelo
Yeah.
on paper.
yeah, but there's such a problem with drafting fit over talent.
Exactly.
It's a huge problem.
2020.
It's the Wiseman Lamelo
All over
argument.
again. 2020.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. You always draft talent. Like
Ant, Wiseman, LaMelo.
Always just
yeah,
I'd always say it doesn't really make sense because obviously drafting for fit is better, but why pass up on the better player?
exactly. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like Lamelo, I don't know how high Lamelo's ceiling is. Like he's not a defender.
But LaMelo's shown like
You
huge.
can't
He's an
teach
all-star
6'8" though. 6'8" point guard. You can't teach that.
and
Yeah,
he's
it's true.
fast.
He's good. He's
he
good.
can-
He is.
When he's
amazing
hot, he's
playmaking.
hot, too.
Yeah.
And then number 3, Scoot. I mean, there's a lot of talk. Scoot might not even be on this team in a month, man.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who do you think is traded? I want to get enough. Do you think Dame stays with Portland?
Hopefully,
Hopefully
Dame
Dame gets traded.
Yeah.
I want Dame to just leave, man. Just leave.
Let Scoot take the reins of
Yeah, because
Portland.
then Portland's in a good position. Then you have Scoot,
Anthony,
Anthony, and Shaden Sharp.
Shaden Sharp is
And then you
tough.
build around those 3. You have your young core then.
Shaden Sharp.
It's
is
a win
tough.
for Dame because he goes to a contender, and it's a win for
For Portland.
Portland. So I don't see, like, I get it. You want to win. I, like, get how sweet that they want that Dirk Nowitzki, like, special run, but it's not going to happen.
No.
I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not going to happen.
Unless
Just
the
let
GM pulls off a miracle.
You know the meme of the Gucci bag, like, no, just let it go. It's over, bro.
The Blazers and Dame are in a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
I thought the one perfect person that they could have actually gotten, they denied. You know who it is?
Hmm.
Paul George.
When?
They said that they don't think Dame and PG would be a great fit together because of their beef a couple years ago. But that would be a perfect fit for as
That would be a
players.
nice
As
fit.
players,
Yeah.
because Dame and PG they complement. Because you need a top tier wing to win a
Mhm.
championship.
Yeah, great defender too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then like you can make your moves, but like you have the assets to go and get a Paul George.
I bet it came down to health though. Like
Maybe.
Yeah.
you can't trust Paul George or Kawhi.
That's true.
I think Portland's just being dumb by not trading Dame, because not only do you already have those three for your young core, you trade Dame, you get more. You get
And-
draft picks, you get
And
players.
the more time you wait on Dame and the more time you keep wasting his seasons, the older he's getting.
The clock is up. I'm saying right now, it's now or never for Portland. They have such a good position to set themselves up. It's just, do they have the balls to trade Dame? This is, if you want to be a serious franchise, make the serious move, Portland. Like, seriously.
This guy wants Dame out,
Yeah, I want Dame to Miami so bad.
right? Dame and
Yeah.
Jimmy.
I think
And Bam, if they
it's
keep
match
him?
made in heaven.
That is
Yeah.
Lowry.
And it's
Because-
just the culture fit too, not even just like
because like you were like you saw in the finals, Miami was just missing that one star piece, and Dame fits that perfect. Like honestly, if Dame was there, I would still have the Nuggets winning, but it's a game 7 maybe. I think.
Yeah.
And it's-
Because yo,
Yeah.
you saw what Dame did to the Nuggets in 2021. Oh my god!
Yeah.
And he lost.
Yeah.
And he
Because,
lost.
yeah. That was you know how bad that game was? Like, I think that game took 6 years off my life.
Yeah.
That was
Dame
hell.
was-
This guy was pulling up from the parking lot.
Austin Rivers was guarding
that.
it.
Yeah, that is actually those clips are actually some of the craziest clips.
But yeah,
Yeah.
man, just blow it up, Portland. It's over. And
Please do the world
Like,
a favor.
Miami makes too much sense. Like they can ship out Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson,
Kyle
who are
Lowry.
like not huge players, but the contract fits. Like if you can just
Young
put in
core.
Duncan and Tyler, and then
Picks.
Portland gets and picks, and Portland gets 2 young pieces and picks, and then the Heat get Dame. Like it's just the perfect trade. Like I don't
saw
know
the
why.
mock trade. I don't know if it fits, but they said because it was like Kyle Lowry and Tyler Hero, not Duncan, but they would have to. But Portland would have to add Yusuf Nurkic. to
Yeah,
that
yeah,
trade.
they'd have to add salary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the money would work. But I feel like
Nurkic would actually be a good fit for the Miami because they need a center.
yeah, good
like,
gritty.
I
bigger
agree with that.
center.
I don't-
Defensive
I'm
guy.
not a huge nerd.
I'm not a huge
fan,
Nurkic
no.
fan.
He's
too,
just not been the same since his leg break. It's too
I'm just
sad.
not a
Yeah.
Nurkic fan though.
Nurkic pre-leg break was a monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I agree with that. I don't think he's a contending center anymore.
I think he's out of his prime for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
But now there is a team I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Rockets. I think they're huge up.
Yeah,
Big love
huge
to the
draft.
big
Not
age.
only do they get Eamon Thompson, who I think is the better twin,
They got-
in my
yeah.
opinion, but then they get Cam Whitmore at 20. They were debating taking Whitmore at 4.
Yeah, me and Johnny wanted
And now-
Whitmore on the Lakers.
What?
Me and Johnny wanted
Yeah.
Whitmore on the
Yeah,
Lakers.
I know.
He,
And look,
he fell
bro,
right into her lap.
He was skipped by the Lakers, skipped by the Heat, skipped by the Warriors. Rockets got him, bro. The dog's mad about it too.
Yeah, he's mad about it.
But the Rockets now, you have a young core of Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Eamon Thompson, Cam Whitmore. You have a head coach Ime Udoka, and who's the Sengun?
Shampoo.
Shampoo. Yeah.
Shampoo, that's the nickname. Shampoo.
Bro, that's a solid young core.
It's
and
yeah.
you got Jabari Smith,
Yep.
and they picked up Kenyon Martin Jr.'s contract, but I say ship out KPJ.
Yeah, KPJ's gone. In my
I'm
opinion.
calling it right now. Hot take. I said it to you already. Jalen Green All-Star season incoming this year. Watch.
I think he's a little bit of a shot chucker.
He
I'm
hates
not
him.
gonna lie.
He's a little bit of kind of like a 2K player in real
Watch.
life.
Yeah,
Watch.
like he actually.
Watch.
It's like he's in an open gym all the time.
Jalen
Yeah.
Green is going to be an All-Star next season. Watch.
Yeah.
Because I feel he has a whole bag to him, and he finally has a coach. I don't. No offense to what was his name again?
I don't even remember. Man.
David Silas.
Oh, Silas.
Steven Silas.
Steven Silas.
I think so. Yeah.
And you had to deal with Kevin Porter Jr.
He cried. There was a
Yeah.
report that said he cried.
And that's how you know a coach is not fit to be.
Yeah, well, I don't think the young talents are that coachable over
Oh
there.
my
I'm not gonna
God.
lie. Eric Gordon looked like he wanted to.
You
kill
needed
himself.
some vets though. But like I'm telling you, Jalen Green, Amen, Shampoo, Jabari Smith and
Whitmore.
Whitmore.
And
Yeah.
then you trade KPJ, get some out of that.
Yeah.
Ken-
Well,
KPJ
KPJ's on a weird contract.
weird
He's on like
contract.
one of the only non-guaranteed long-term contracts in the league. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works, but
Because
I'm
of
pretty
his-
sure he can just get cut
because
of
of his issue, right?
his like attitude problems
Yeah,
or
that's what
something
I'm
like
talking
that
about.
followed him from like the Cavs. But
But do you think
Yeah.
it's maybe his attitude problem, maybe reflecting on the whole team?
no, I can think that like I'm not a huge KPJ fan.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
gave off Harden vibes for a bit though. Do you remember that? He was going off.
Yeah,
at
he was
one
going
point.
off when
yeah.
he first signed. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'd ship him out of there if I was
Jalen
Houston.
Green All-Star season.
And also another
Fuck.
pick that I'm liking, Grady Dick to the Raptors.
Yeah,
As a Raptors fan, I love it.
That is
I love,
that is an amazing
love.
pick.
He fell right into our lap.
Yes,
And
it
also,
was perfect.
let's look at the history of 13 overall picks recently. Donovan Mitchell. There's this guy called Kobe Bryant, who's
The GOAT.
13th overall. Zach, I love Grady Dick. He was supposed to be top 10. He fell right into, and Raptors needed like a guard.
A shooter. We needed a shooter so bad,
Mhm.
and I think he's the best shooter in the draft.
And
Telling you.
I think
Corey
Raptors
Kispert vibes.
have a chance to have a young core now. They could have Grady Dick, Gary Trent, Scotty, and then trade Pascal and OG for a lot of more assets. You got a strong new young core.
Yeah, that
Fred
was,
is
gone
that was one of my favorite
I
picks.
didn't like the pick.
How can
I
you-
like his attitude.
I like the
his
pick.
attitude.
I love the pick.
No, but he
don't
is
like
a great.
the-
He
You
is
don't
a
like the
great
pick because
shooter.
you don't like the Raptors.
Yeah,
No,
he's
no.
he's like 6'8" too.
Not that.
Yeah,
it's
Zach.
because like I don't know. I don't know. He has to prove a little bit more to me because like when I watched him in college, it was like.
Dude, he can stretch. The Raptors were in need of shooting. That is, they
were.
were so
They were.
terrible.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a chance, but I'm gonna hate on it for a little bit.
And he's 6'8", and he has a little bit of athleticism. Like he can
How's his
dunk. He
defense?
can take it up the hole.
How's
It's
his
probably not great right now. Like
Yep.
he's a white boy, 6'8". So like it, but like they needed a shooter. Like it was just a match made in heaven.
Listen, I don't hate it. I'm just gonna wait on it.
You're hating.
I'm
Also,
a hate. I'm a hate. actually.
there's one more pick I wanted to talk about too. Imoni Bates
Imani.
at number
Imani.
49. Remember in
What was he
2016?
the number one prospect?
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
So
in
long.
2019 when he was 16 years old, front cover of Sports Illustrated. Everyone thought he'd be the next KD. He goes to Memphis and then everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
And then imagine telling you in 2019 he'd be 49th overall.
I was screaming at how he could get him.
If he can reach the potential he was supposed to, I mean, the Cavs could be savage.
Yo, they're in deep need of wings.
Mm-hmm.
So they finally got it, but
Yeah,
they
why
got
not?
something.
And why not take a late round flyer? It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
take a swing at it.
yeah, and then
And the pick I loved,
yeah,
Lakers pick. I like the first round pick.
JHS is good.
He's good, but the second round pick, Maxwell Lewis is his name.
Yeah,
That's a tough pick. I'm telling
Yeah.
you that right now.
he can develop into a really good 3-and-D wing.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
3-and-D, and what are we in desperate need of? 3-and-D.
yeah, the whole league, whole league. If you looked, everyone was just drafting wings this year.
Yeah.
This was a super wing heavy draft.
Denver picks up Julian Strother from Gonzaga. He hits the game winner against UCLA in March Madness.
Damn.
He's 6'7". I love the pick for Denver.
Okay,
I love it.
I want to ask you guys something. What is the best pick value outside the top 5? What was the best pick?
This year,
Yeah,
Grady Dick,
you
13.
guys say Grady Dick?
Grady Dick's up there.
I
I don't know what happened. Like Cam Whitmore was a top
Cam
10
Whitmore.
talent.
Yeah,
So
Cam
I'm like,
Whitmore. You could be Cam Whitmore.
I feel
yes.
like I don't know what happened. Like were the interviews that bad? Because
They said he apparently had awful interviews.
You know what's mine? It's like not that deep, but I really loved Anthony Black going to Orlando at number 6. He is a 6'8", 6'9" point guard.
Mm-hmm.
He has great passing. If he develops that shooting a little bit, bro, he's dangerous. He's giving me LaMelo vibes. I'm telling you. And his defense, his defense is top tier, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you that right now. His defense is top tier. I'm saying that's the best pick outside the top 5.
You like that?
I love that
All right.
pick for
But-
Orlando because they're in need of that. Do you see how monster their lineup's gonna be if he's added as a point guard?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's actually crazy.
6'8" point guard. You got Paulo. You got what's it called? Franz Wagner. And who did they pick at number 11? They had a shooter. It was Howard, right?
Jet Howard.
Jet Howard,
Son of Jawan
Shooter.
Howard.
He's a shooter, straight shooter. He might him and Grady Dick and what's his face? Jordan Hawkins are like the best 3 shooters out of that draft.
Yeah.
And obviously Wemby because he's freak in
Yeah,
nature.
huge draft though.
Yeah.
Also, this is the first draft where we're actually older than most of the people being drafted, so
We don't
Yeah,
speak.
it's a little
It's
depressing.
actually crazy.
We don't speak about age.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about with the draft? Any
Jordan Hawkins gonna be a top 10 player out of this draft.
Yeah. Also, there's
Yeah,
a
he
guy
should.
drafted in the second round by the Wizards. What's his name? Tristan Vukcevic from Serbia. 7'1", can shoot.
Jokic
He'll be on
vibes?
the Wizards. I think
Is he
I
a
haven't
big boy?
seen too much. 7'1", he can
Is
shoot.
he like? I mean, big boy, like
Did
post up game.
Did they keep J Huff too? They have 2 stretch
No,
centers.
he's a free agent.
Oh yes.
Let's go Lakers, get him
Yeah,
again.
no, like actually, that's
Yeah.
that's a dream center for me. A rim protecting shooter like J Huff is gonna be a hot commodity in a couple years.
Drew Timmy was signed on what was it like?
Exhibit 10 deal. So it's basically, I think basically Exhibit 10 deals. You play summer league, you get paid to play summer league, and then if you sign with the affiliate team, like the Bucks G League team, he's getting and he's plays for like a certain amount of time. I think it's 3 months. He gets paid extra money. So basically, an Exhibit 10 deal entices young players to play for the affiliate team instead of go overseas to play. So they don't he doesn't completely lose them out of the system. So
Let me make a quick point about that, Drew Timmy. That just shows on how much the game has evolved.
I know it's
the
nuts.
post up
It's actually crazy.
players aren't as valued as it is anymore. Because I swear, if he was like in the 90s, he'd be a top pick.
Well, he was one of the best players in college.
Bro, he had the most points. He won the MVP or something.
Probably.
He was
won the
early
best
2000s. He'd be a top 10 pick.
He
Yeah,
won
for
the
sure.
best player of the year or something.
Mhm.
I think it was I forgot what it was. But yeah, no, it's just crazy how it is today's game
Yeah,
now.
just positionless wings.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah.
And then
You need that jump shot.
Yeah, is that all for the draft? You guys?
Oh, I forgot one more pick. My bad. This is the last one. Miami's pick. The guy from UCLA. I love that pick for them. I think his name is what's his name? again?
Jamie. Is it Jamie Chuck Jr.?
Yep. I love that guy at UCLA. I'm telling you, he's a Heat player. But yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Now, John Collins traded to the Jazz for Rudy Gay and a second round pick. I don't know what the Hawks are doing here.
Makes no sense.
Both
Is this the best package you could get?
Both ways. It doesn't make sense.
Rudy Gay? I mean, no, for the Jazz, I don't hate it because now you have a young core. You got
And you
Walker
eat that
Kessler.
contract.
What
yeah.
con?
Well, they
That John Collins contract.
But maybe he can, because look what happened with Larry Markin and how he blew. What if that happens with?
yeah.
But they
John
did that to
Collins.
get rid of his contract specifically.
And if you're a low cat, like if you're not spending very much money, you have to get over a certain threshold as a team. If you don't get over this threshold, you have to pay back the players
Damn.
until you reach the cap.
Because
So it's not a problem for the Spurs or the Jazz to pick up a bad contract. Like it really doesn't matter for them.
I don't hate it for the Jazz though. I really don't.
Yeah, like
no,
it's
but
fine.
it was apparently they did that move to set up a possible Siakam trade to Atlanta, so they can try to get Siakam if Toronto's finally willing to give him up.
I don't know, man. But
That's what I heard.
I could see him going to Portland if they really want to. If Dame really wants to stay or
But
something.
the Raptors are just holding on to
I
Siakam
don't
like
know
he's
what
the
Masai is
greatest player
doing.
of all time.
Masai Ujiri's kind of pissing me off. He's a really good GM, but he's being kind of a brick.
He's gatekeeping
He's
all the talent
All
over
the
there.
talent, bro.
It's how I earlier brought up the Gucci bag meme where it's like falling apart. Just let it go. It's done. Just
Yeah.
trade OG, trade Pascal.
Like let Pascal eat somewhere else, bro.
Yeah, an OG like it.
We always say this all the time. Siakam is literally one of the best second option you can have on a team.
He's up there. Like he's
up
so
there.
good with
He's
Kawhi.
so good.
Yeah. But like as the number one option is just not it.
So you don't love it for the Jazz, Zach?
Nope.
All right.
Because it doesn't make.
And I don't know what the Hawks are doing
I think
either.
for the Jazz it makes sense. The Hawks,
I don't
he's on long term
Maybe
money.
they're
I
just-
guess
He's
they've,
an old
Wait.
ass too.
they've been wanting to get rid of John Collins for so long. It was purely about
How much
they
picks
just
did
wanted
they
to
get?
rid of him.
They just got a second rounder.
Maybe they just did it for the second round or two.
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
And then today, this was actually announced today, Harden will sign a opt into
His contract.
but he will be traded though. He'll
Yep.
not be playing another game in a Sixers uniform.
The only team
So
that makes sense
now-
is the Clippers.
Clippers, yeah. So then that means no Russ then.
No, they can still get Russ
No,
because
but
they'll
how-
automatically offer him that $3 million.
I know, but how does it make? But what $3 million? I'm pretty sure they just have vet minimums.
Yeah, that $3 million.
Well, it's
They're offering him 3.6
I think it's $2 million. The 3.6 is like the biannual exception.
No,
I don't think they have
because
that.
he was on the team and finished a year. I think they get a little more.
Maybe. Actually, yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
But I don't think Russ wants to take a bench role, and you can't. James Harden and Russ are already so ball dominant,
They can't work together.
and then you want Kawhi and PG
I
on the team
think
too.
Harden though, he's proved he can be a distributor. He did it
can.
this year.
I think he's an efficient distributor.
Mhm.
I think he's one of the best in the league. But I just think I would love I think Harden's a great fit on that team. It's just I don't think Harden
Yeah.
and Russ is a good fit.
And
on
also
that
Harden's
team.
from LA too, so it'd be a little homecoming.
You just don't know with the injuries though.
You don't. Mm-mm.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's gonna happen with the Clippers. Clippers are gonna make moves.
You think they're gonna? You think Paul George has played his last game as a Clipper?
As a Clipper? No.
You don't think so? I've been hearing a lot of noise that he's
But
probably.
where would they?
Well, I don't know.
That's what doesn't make sense to me. Is because like Paul George. What are you gonna get value unless you get Siakam? I would actually do that trade. I would get Paul George for Siakam in a heartbeat, and bring back Kawhi, Siakam. You know, because the thing about Kawhi Leonard,
The LA Raptors, bro.
literally, because the thing about Kawhi Leonard is I feel like he works best with a bunch of role players and a person who is like playing like a second option, which Siakam did in that finals, which he can play like a second option right now.
Yep.
So that like you saw in game 1 and 2 against the Suns in the first round, Kawhi Leonard was playing absolutely amazing, and they were playing amazing as a team in general because I feel like he does work the best when he's with role players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So consensus: Harden probably 97% going to Clippers.
Well, what were the other rumored
Knicks.
teams?
It doesn't make
Oh,
sense.
yeah.
though.
Knicks,
no,
and then
Knicks.
earlier I was hearing Suns, but since Bradley Beal, no more of that.
No, because the contracts
Yeah.
didn't make sense. Because I was watching Bobby Marks. I saw him line up the contracts, and it doesn't make sense for the Knicks because the only way that they can get Harden is if they get rid of RJ Barrett, and they're not willing to do that.
I wouldn't like that move for the Knicks either.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like you have Jalen Brunson and Harden. It's like that's a CJ Dame
It doesn't.
Yeah.
backcourt. It's just defensive.
And no, and
liability.
that's the same if Dame went to New York. That doesn't make
Uh-huh.
sense
Yeah,
because
no, exactly.
CJ and Dame, you saw what happened.
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't
just,
work.
You can't have two guards that can't play defense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're
So
two small guards.
Yeah, no, exactly.
all right. So yeah, Harden probably he'll probably be on a new team within the next week. And also, did you hear that? Like when Harden met Nick Nurse, he said he was like loving the vision he had.
It didn't make sense.
Psych.
It's just he.
No, but
Psych.
it said they may trade him. It wasn't guaranteed.
No, they said they're working on a trade.
Well,
together.
if Harden
doesn't
wants
make
out,
sense,
he's gonna
bro.
get out.
It doesn't make sense.
He's not playing another year. I think he's played his last game in Philly.
He's gonna get destroyed in Philadelphia if ever goes back.
Well, I
Yeah,
just
well, welcome to the club, Philly fans.
Yeah.
And now, last thing I want to touch on, then we can do your guys' little debate. Carl,
do we got time for that?
how much do you need for that?
We might need a whole episode for
The whole
that.
episode,
Whole
bro.
episode about Russ?
No, not a whole episode, but a lot of time. We don't have
Okay,
to.
how
do it
about
today.
this? We'll do
How much time we have left?
12 minutes. Listen,
How much? I think the camera's at like an hour 20 or something.
what we can do,
Uh,
you both give your takes. We put a 4-minute timer on each you to give your uninterrupted take.
Sure.
So before we do that, though, I want to talk about Karl Anthony Towns because he's been saying some BS in the podcast lately. He said he changed the game. The only thing he's ever changed is his voice during interviews, bro. What have you changed? You've been in the league since 2015. You've won 4 playoff games. 4 playoff games.
4?
He won 1 against Houston, 2 last year, 1 this
You're
year.
right. I forgot about that Houston.
And he's been poo in all 3 series too.
Yeah.
What did you change?
He's a shooting big man.
He changed. What's it called? Jokic's shoes for him.
Huh?
Gave him a new pair of shoes, bro. Changed them up.
Word.
Because Jokic owns them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what this guy cat's on. It's just attention.
What
bait.
else did he say? That was outrageous. He said,
There's so many clips.
He
from
said
that Pep
no.
Bev
He said
podcast.
the Timberwolves making the play-in was more impressive than the
yeah.
Nuggets winning the championship.
That was a good one.
Let's be real. Like the playing last year or this year.
Like, remember last
year.
year
I heard it was- I
when
thought it was
Beverly
this
took
year.
off his jersey?
I thought he meant this year, though.
Last year he
when he
meant.
went on the scoring table.
Okay, listen.
When Beverly took his, and they acted like they won Game 7 of the
I'll say
finals,
this:
bro.
it wasn't your best game. It was Patrick Beverly and Anthony Edwards' best game, and D'Lo.
Like, who's this guy? He's not even the best player on your team, bro.
He was in foul trouble. You fouled out.
Yeah.
What is he talking about?
You're not even the best player on your team. Anthony Edwards is.
Edwards MVP season ain't coming.
Who does he think he is, man? But all right, let's move on now.
Oh,
Zach,
shit.
what will you guys be debating on today?
Whether Russ is a winning player, I think that's what we go for.
He's a winning player.
All right, Russ is a winning player. All right, so Zach, you will be on the clock first.
No,
I'll
no,
give
no.
you.
I want him to go first.
No,
Okay.
no, you
no,
go first.
no.
You go
Zach.
first.
Guest always goes
Okay,
first.
No.
guess first. All right, Johnny.
Yeah.
3 minutes on the clock, uninterrupted. Starting now.
All right, so where do I start with this? Russ is not a winning player. Yeah, I don't think, especially now in the last 4-ish years of his career. Maybe you can make a case before when he was with KD. It wasn't too bad. But I saw this analogy, like, and I actually love it. It was, I don't know who said it, but they talk about a possession like a possession with Russ is like Russian roulette. He goes down the court, makes an elbow jumper, makes a nice dish. Someone cuts the rim, easy bucket. Maybe he hits a 3. The next 3 possessions, turnover, and then on top of that, elbow jumper. This time it hits the top of the backboard. The other team, his misses are so bad sometimes it's like a turnover. The other, like, it goes off the backboard. The other team gets to push the ball in transition, easy bucket.
2 minutes left.
It's just with the Lakers, like, it was terrible. You can't have a point guard that can't space the floor. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, for the Clippers, he was almost a good fit, but I don't think he can, like, limit his role. Like, he was so good with the Clippers when Kawhi was out and when Paul George was out because he could have the ball in his hands all the time. But off the ball, he provides you absolutely nothing. Like, actually nothing. Like, he's a good rebounder for a guard, but he can't space the floor at all. So when Kawhi or Paul George have the ball in their hands, what is Russ? What do you use Russ for? Like, he can set off ball screens maybe, but it's like it just doesn't make sense. Like, he just can't space the floor. And then, like, with the ball in his hands, like, I still think he's an NBA level point guard. Like, he's still a great point guard. He has some of the best vision in the whole game, but it's just he needs to be a role player now because he can be that guy, but you're not gonna win when he's that guy.
1 minute left.
So you need, like, he just can't turn into a role player at this stage of his career. Like, he doesn't provide enough. Like, people don't understand how hard it is to be a role player. Like, you get in the game, you get 4 shots all game. You got to shoot 40% from 3. Like, it's actually ridiculously hard. Like, I don't think the Clippers was the closest team where they needed, like, Russ fit the niche that they needed, like, just a playmaking point guard. But there's not many teams, like, especially if they get, like, a Harden now, where he fits. Like, it just doesn't make sense for him and on
15
many
seconds.
teams.
Is that it?
I'll leave it there.
All right, Johnny. Wow. Johnny presents his case against Westbrook. Zach will be arguing for. Zach, 3 minutes on the clock starts now.
Okay. Russian roulette, eh? So, the thing about Russ, okay, is that he doesn't need to have... Okay, listen. The thing about Russ people always say is his stat line. Stat line this, stat line that, shooting 6 for 20. Russ could be the first player in history. He could be the only player in history to have a bad stat line game and have a great game. Game 1 against the damn Suns. He went 3 for 18. 3 for 18, 3 for 19, whatever it was. And they won the game because of Russ. They won the game because of Russ. Man locked up Kevin Durant, Booker, and Chris Paul's bum ass, first of all. And absolutely locked them up. I forgot what the percentage was. It was terrible. Then bro hit clutch free throws yet again. Like, see, he can have a 3 for 18, 19 game and still be him. And you said he's not a winning player.
2 minutes left.
Okay. You said he's not a winning player. Okay. If it wasn't for his bum ass teammates always selling him Kevin Durant in 2016, damn selling the game in Game 6 and in Game 7. Well, Russ played his role. He did his job. He didn't have to hit. He wasn't the best player, but he was the second best player, and he did his job giving the ball to Kevin Durant every possession. And what Kevin Durant do? Fumble, brick after missing clutch shots. What happens? Russ, 2017, is all alone with a bunch of mid players and takes them to the damn playoffs as the 6th seed. That's his MVP year. But what could he do when his players are averaging under 10 points and he has a 35-point triple-double? He averaged like a 35-point triple-double. I'm not even joking about that. And he what can you do? What could you do? Then you get Paul George in 2018. What was that the year that Utah beat them and Russ in the closing game dropped 46 points. Paul George got 9 and 8 and no, sorry, Carmelo got like 6 points. Carmelo got 9 points. Paul George got 6 points. What could you do?
Didn't he take 40 shots?
Nah, maybe he did, but he dropped 46 and 8 and 8. And they barely lost. If his teammates hit a couple shots, they win. 2019, Dame goes ballistic on them, and you can't really do much. 2020, he got an injury that affected his whole season. In 2021, what was he? The Wizards?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the Wizards, losing franchise. 2022, Lakers. LaMickey and AD can't stay on the damn court.
15 seconds.
In 2023, they would have went to the finals, I believe, if Paul George and Kawhi were healthy. Russ is him. Can I get a little bit more time?
No. Okay,
actually, no. Let's just argue now.
We'll do a little
closing arguments. We'll wrap up the show.
Let's just argue now. Let's argue. Go.
I won't talk about Russ before. That's a larger topic. I'm going to talk about him right now. Mm-hmm. What does he provide off the ball right now?
Everything.
No.
Do you not see? Do you not see what he's been doing? Offensive rebounds.
No, I think he's I think that's one of the his highest value off the ball. He's one of the best.
Yo, did you see this catch and shoots this year?
Ever.
Yo, on the Clippers since he went to the Clippers, bro's just shooting like 34% from 3. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but it's just not sustainable. The sample size was so small. He shot 30% for the season, and he shoots 30% for his career.
Yeah, but what did he do on the Clippers?
Well, if you want to take the 18
you
games...
said right now.
If you want to take
Yeah,
if you want to take the last 18 games...
Yeah. And
what about
playoffs?
the whole year?
What about the playoffs? The whole year, what could you do when you they're clobbing the damn plane and you have Pat Bev, Dennis Schroeder, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Yo, no. What did LeBron shoot for the year during that time?
Yeah,
it was under 25%.
The thing about a Russell Westbrook 3 is there's not a defender within 6 feet of him.
And it means something.
What do you mean it means
when he
something?
hits, it's over. The game, they're winning.
Well, but it's like the floors, like it's floor spacing. It doesn't matter if he hits the 3 or not. A defender is getting pushed into the paint and allowing him to shoot. Bro. And then you have a rim. You have LeBron James and Anthony Davis who need to slash.
It wasn't just Russ.
It wasn't just Russ,
but
it was.
Patrick Beverly, Dennis Schroeder. Even LeBron wasn't getting contested half the time anymore.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm just like
Anthony Davis can't hit a 3 anymore. They were guarding nobody, and then as soon as he goes to the Clippers, he has spacing. He can drive to the rack. It was a miracle.
I know, but that was without Kawhi and Paul George for a lot of the time. So when they're on the court and he doesn't have the ball in his hands.
No, but even with Paul George and Kawhi, they were amazing.
No, but what does he provide off the ball? Like I firmly believe
you can't. What do you mean by off the ball? He's been cutting with the Clippers.
We gotta wrap it up. We gotta give our final arguments here. We gotta give our final arguments.
Wrap this up.
We gotta
just think about it.
Okay, Russ to the Clippers. If he re-signs with them, and Kawhi and Paul George stay healthy, they're winning. Possibly.
That's every year though with the Clippers. If they're healthy, they're winning, but they're never healthy.
Russ's teammates always be getting hurt. He's the one getting sold too.
But when do you stop blaming it on everyone but Russ?
Okay, wait. What do you mean blaming it on everyone on Russ? You can't do everything by your damn self. What do you think? LeBron's been crying for years for Anthony Davis to get healthy. He hasn't won a ring ever since he hasn't gone healthy.
Well, LeBron won though. Russ wouldn't know about that.
What teammates has been healthy for LeBron or for Russ fully healthy all year?
A prime Kevin Durant.
Sold.
Russ shot 30% too.
Yo, Kevin Durant. Yo, what was this 3-point percentage? It was like 17%.
And you know what sports is all about? Game 7. What did Russ do in that Game 7
What
series?
did KD do in Game 7?
He shot 50%. Russ shot like 32.
My goodness. Well, how many assists did Russ have? How much
Well,
assists did Russ have?
I'm just saying
It's
some
not
of those.
all about scoring. It's not all about the damn stat line. It's about the eye test too.
He doesn't pass the eye test.
Yeah, he does. Actually.
No, the eye test is way worse.
Prime Russ.
When the ball goes into the
Prime
bleachers, well, let's talk
That's
about.
been recent.
Okay.
Because of you and the internet. That's been recent.
Yeah, you can't
Off
handle
the
it.
backboard,
You
this
can't-
and that. It's been a meme recently.
You can't handle the Lakers pressure.
Prime Russ. Oh, Lakers pressure now.
All right, guys,
Oh,
listen.
yeah.
Guys, listen. Really, I hate to break it up, but we need the final arguments right now.
All right. Russ is him. Russ can win on a championship team. Russ got sold. Russ is goated. Boom.
Okay, Johnny, last argument.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm not gonna. He hasn't proved anything yet.
Wait. I want to ask one last thought. If Russ, you said the team that you were scared of the most is Russ and the Clippers with Kawhi and Paul George,
Yes, and we never got to see that.
but you were scared of them the most.
Well, I wasn't scared of them. I thought he'd be the best fit there.
Yeah, and you said you were scared of the Clippers the most.
Maybe.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
For your sake, I'll say that.
Okay.
All right, Johnny,
We can
you're
finish it up.
closing.
No, I'll just close it off saying I just don't believe you can be a contending team and your point guard is getting guarded by the other team's center in the paint. It just it clogs the lane for your slashers, and it's just you need to be able to provide something off the ball.
Yeah.
And his defense,
Offensive rebounds.
yes, but it's like a Vanderbilt thing. Like, do you want him in the game and do you want him in at the end of the games? No, not really.
Maybe.
Like I think if Russ gets used right, like he can be on a winning team. You just have to pull him out down the stretch. He can't play overtimes or
He's clutch.
the end of fourth quarters.
But he's clutch.
Well, we can argue about that later.
But listen, guys, I
We're
promise.
gonna do another Westbrook argument.
over the summer, you guys, we're gonna have way more of these debates with a bunch of people.
If this video drops on time, we will be here tomorrow live doing the free agency, or that might not be happening. We'll see. Yeah, I think that's it.
I'm
for
excited.
Today.
Yeah, next episode we'll be covering free agency. Hopefully, lots of moves. It's exciting. Episode 9 was great. Johnny, thank you for joining us. It's been a great episode.
Been a great
Hey,
episode.
thanks for having me.
The NBA cap master, he knows all about the salary cap, man.
The LeBron fanboy. Yeah. F LeBron.
All right, but thank you again. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. Make sure you download if you're listening to the audio.
Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, everything.
Peace.
That was fun.